What's up, everybody? Destroyer here. Welcome back to another cast of Lord of the Rings. It's a Battle for Middle-earth 2, patch 1.09. Today we'll be looking at a 1v1 on Fords of Anduin II. Alright. So we have our first player, Broken Casper, as the Goblins in the top left. In the bottom right, we have his opponents, ArCh4Ng3L, who also goes by Auto, as Men of the West in the bottom right. So we got men against Goblins. Cool. Alright. Both these players are very good. ArCh4Ng3L is one of the best BFME players I know of, so he's pretty good. But Casper is also very good as well, so it should be a good match. At least I hope so. Alright, we have our first Goblin Cave going down for Casper. And ArCh4Ng3L is going for a barrack start. And getting his third farm up and running. Also casting us on the HD edition, as always. Just so you know. So yeah, they'll be getting their stuff, and I'll be having a drink. Lovely. Alright, so we have our first battalion of Goblin Warriors on the way for Casper. ArCh4Ng3L's thing is not ready yet. So Casper is scouting with his cave bats, though. And ArCh4Ng3L has gone for Elven Wood as his starting power, which of course gives double armor to units on the terrain, which could be very useful indeed. Alright, so he's starting on archer range as well. And he's getting Gondor soldiers, which are 200 apiece. Goblin warriors are 75 apiece. And it even says down there, gathered goblins in number of at least 100 gain 33% damage and 25% speed, so they get the horde bonus. Let's say have 100. And they go, what, 5, 10, 15, times 20 or something like that. So it doesn't actually take too many to get it. Anyway, there goes the first battalion of goblins. They're going to intercept these guys probably. It looks like they're going to go around them. Goblins are faster than Gondor soldiers, so they can easily go around. Of course, they're not very good against the wargs there. The BFME2 wargs, and 1.09 at least, they have trample, so when they walk around, they actually do very, very well against Goblin Warriors, I found when I was actually playing a game. The Eisen Warg Sentry was absolutely brutal against Goblin Warriors. So, something to keep in mind if you're ever wanting to defend against Goblins. Probably good against Orcs too, I'd imagine. Anyway, ArCh4Ng3L has made his way over here. It's starting to whittle down this tunnel here. Doing pretty good damage. Casper has brought up some Goblin Warriors there to intercept, but they did get crushed because they're not quite as good, of course, as Gondor soldiers. Meanwhile, he's circling the base of ArCh4Ng3L while he's chasing him with some Gondor archers there. So he has more Gondor archers there. He's got more Gondor soldiers on the way. He's also got some tower guards out, so he can be creeping the warg layers, get himself a little bit extra coin. PowerPoint. We do have Goblin archers on the field for Casper, so good for defense, definitely. There we go. Now he's starting to break those Gondor soldiers nicely. There's also Elvenwood casted here. You can't really see the Elvenwood thing if you have the faction floor thing turned on the map in the launcher, but I think for casts it looks nice, but for gameplay-wise, obviously, probably not the best to have it on because you wouldn't see these ground effects. Except for the trees, obviously, sticking out of that. And the outer ridge there, you can still see it. But if you casted it perfectly on there and it was just like a tan land, you wouldn't see it. So that is an inherent problem with that floor thing. I'm going to harp on about every cast, I think. Until I go blue in the face. Anyway, ArCh4Ng3L's pushed through the center here. He's got some tower guards, he's got some Gondor archers, and he's going to be able to fend off these little Goblin Warriors. Casper's actually opted to sell most of his army. To what end, I wonder? Maybe to try and get enough for a fissure or something? Or a spider pit? He's going for a spider pit. Alright, so that'll get him some spider riders, which could be good against everything except for tower guards, obviously. Or he can, of course, go for the spiderlings, which are, what do you think? Good against swordsmen? Question mark? Maybe. That also help with Cav a little bit. So, that'd be good as well. Oh, there's actually The stable's being thrown down right now from ArCh4Ng3L right there. How convenient. Alright, big army from ArCh4Ng3L is moving across the center. You have to forgive me, my nose is a little stuffy at the moment. But he is bringing in the forces. And Casper is on the defensive here. A little bit at least. He's trying to save. He wants the money. Looks like Casper will get the majority of it, at least half of it. And the other half ArCh4Ng3L looks like he grabbed. You gotta love the sword shake that the Gunner soldiers do when they run. It's such a... It's like, I'll shake my sword, you little bastards. I always find it funny. I don't know why. He has Neat God for Spiderlings. Let me just double check here. Stronger swordsman. So apparently Spiderlings are good against swordsmen. They help against Cap though. It doesn't say that. They're not direct counter to Cap by any means. But they can't be trampled, and they will at least whittle them down. If left unchecked there. And they can catch them, which is most important pretty much. Because if they stay in the back, they'll start doing flanking damage. So Spiderlings can actually be quite useful. But the Gunner Knights are going to ruin any Goblin archers and swordsmen out in the field. So that's going to be a problem for Casper for sure. There's still a troll here. There's still a in there as well. And here. Untainted. As of yet. I'm pretty sure Fords of Anduin II is a reskin of Fords of Horizon. I mean, it's obviously Fords of Horizon 2, but... Is it just Fords of Horizon 2, or is it actually different? It looks very similar to me. But maybe a little more nice. So maybe it is different. Also, I don't know if this is there. I know Fords of Limelight is very different, but... This one feels more close to Fords of Horizon. Still nice, though. Alright. Looks like ArCh4Ng3L's going for attack on the fissure here. He's going to try and bring it down, but it looks like he might lose his cab in the meantime. Although the Hobbit summon is being brought out from ArCh4Ng3L. Hobbits of 1.9 are quite strong. The hero ones all have nice abilities to use, and the Hobbits themselves do pretty good damage. So it's a very, very good 10 power point to have. It looks like Casper's going for 2 5s. He's got the K-Bats and the Etain Land there. Etain Land 1.09 also gives double armor. In case you're curious. Casper is playing defense with, though. Lots of defensive troops. Well, offensive troops to use as defensive troops, I guess. I'd never call a goblin a defensive troop. I think goblins is very much an offensive faction. But you know what they say, the best offense is a good defense. And that is actually true in a lot of cases. Alright, ArCh4Ng3L's pack of mighty warriors are running around. It's going to be proving difficult for Casper to break, I think, at this point. He does have Spider Riders, though, which is a very good addition to his army. Also, I really like how the Spider Riders look in the HD edition. They have armor. If they stop moving, you'll see that. But you're going to see me get punched in the face. Nope, maybe not. I don't know what he's hoping to do with this troll, exactly. Just taunting him, I guess. ArCh4Ng3L's creeping that warg there, and it looks like he has succeeded. There's now Spiderling hordes up to level 2 roaming around. Could potentially pick up this builder. Not doing a ton of damage to the builder, but they will get him unless he throws down a wall hub, and indeed he has. The wall hub has saved the builder's life. Oh no! Ooh, Casper got a bit too close for comfort there. You lose one of the Spider Riders. But luckily not the whole battalion like I thought he was going to a second ago. He's going for attack here though, lots of goblins. Let me just pick one farm up, that's always good. Spider Riders. They killed a good amount of the archers. Still clipped the tower guards, but they didn't lose too many, so probably worth it. Oof, that was a pretty good charge in there. And the Goblins. Although he is taking a lot of damage and casualties. Force his charge there. Also, ArCh4Ng3L is going for an attack here on the base of Casper. He's really taunting with those spider riders, isn't he? He's trying to get a flank attack on the tower guards? That's what he's going for here? You can actually kill tower guards. Or pikemen in general, excuse me. I'm not getting sick. If you charge them from the flank properly. I'm pretty sure that's the thing. So, if he's crafty enough, you can hit it. But if you miss, of course, you lose your cav, so... He's being very, very aggressive against pikemen with his cav, which is not something you usually see. It'd be better to put them in bow mode and let them just kind of do their thing. Slowly whittle down the tower guards instead of fighting them in melee, maybe. Because I don't know if they do that well. Although I could be wrong. This builder's just having a nightmare of a day trying to avoid spider things. What a life. Looks like this stables has been ravaged a bit, but not too severely. Alright, ArCh4Ng3L has quite the force. He's got the cav, he's got the archers, he's got the swordsmen, and he's got the tower guards. Well, actually, he doesn't have swordsmen here, but I'm sure he has some somewhere. There they are. So he has a full-on force. Casper's getting up to level 2 fissure, so he can get some half-troll marauders. Maybe he's even go for level 3, some mountain giants. Probably go for half-troll marauders, I'd imagine. But you never know, giants will be just as good. Albeit expensive. Ah, he's also got Gore Kill the Goblin King. Very nice. That'll definitely be useful if you can level him up and get the leadership. What is Gore Kill's leadership, by the way? Just out of curiosity. 25% armor and earn 25% faster experience. I mean, the 25% armor is not really great for goblins, I feel. Because they're shit anyway in defense. It'd be good for half-trolls. But like Goblin Warriors, maybe not. Still, I guess armor's armor, so can't complain with that. Alright, looks like he's going to clear out the southwest corner of the map here. Push out this Goblin Menace. Although the Goblin Menace is pushing into his lands. The lands of the men are no longer safe. Ooh, is he going to get the archers? Yeah, nice. Casper killed just about... Well, he did kill every one of those archers with that one. Very nice. And now the tower guards, of course, are dying to the massive amount of swordsmen there. And he's using this opportunity to pick up some farm kills, which is good. Ah, I can feel myself getting congested as I go. It's the worst. Yeah, ArCh4Ng3L is creeping in the bottom left. He's also Casper has now half-troll marauders. He's got goblin swords coming out all over the place. And he can also get spiderlings, so he's got a pretty varied roster there. For goblins, at least, I guess. It's pretty normal for any other faction, if you think about it. Most people will get tower guards, or not tower guards, pikemen, archers, and swordsmen pretty easily, and cav. But goblins, they don't always go for a fissure. At least, not all the time. Although it can be a little bit difficult to finish a game without the fissure. It's gotta be said. Oh no, ArCh4Ng3L's army getting caught by a watcher. Absolutely devastating it. And he's about to have a snack. Oh, down the hatch. And that leaves ArCh4Ng3L with very little forces left here. They are leveled up, so if you can keep out of combat, they will regenerate, but something tells me he's not going to do that. As you see there, they're starting. This is a good opportunity for Casper to go on the offensive, for sure. Which he is doing right now. He's got pretty decent force over here. He's got a decent amount of Spider Riders, and he's also got a Wildman Summon. He's got Wildman Summon and Watcher. Wildman Summon, Watcher, and all 5 power points. There goes the War Chant, which gives 40% damage, 50% experience, and 10% speed. Which is a neat little 1.9 thing. Not sure if it's 1.08 or not. So I didn't cast or play enough of that to know. But. And it looks like ArCh4Ng3L has gone for Summon Anduin II. He's also summoned the Hobbits. He's got Bombadil as well as Elven Wood. Let's see who's up ahead in the farms. We got 476 of 625 for ArCh4Ng3L. We have 468 of 975 for Casper. So I definitely say Broken Casper is doing much better keeping his farms alive and just expanding in general. Oh no, Gorkill's out in the field here, being chased down by Rohirrim. He's not going to get away. Of course, better to stand and fight if you're not going to get away, because that way you won't take flanking damage. You might as well level up as much as possible before you die. And down he goes. Because you take much more damage from the back while you're running away than you would standing and fighting. Well, with his king dead, he's going to have to wait on that. He's come for Shelob. Interesting. I love seeing Shelob be recruited. She's not always particularly great as a hero, it's got to be said. But with the addition of a level 10 power, it's always kind of interesting to see if someone can get to it. I'd love to see a level 10 Shelob in a game. Because it's neat. Because she didn't always have a level 10, and now she does in 1.09, so it's unique. But like I said, who knows if you'll see it. Alright, Casper's on the defensive here. Shelob's actually good for countering Cav, I feel like. She'd be pretty useful. She also does have some trample, which does, of course, make her weak to pikemen, though. Heroes are just weak to pikemen in general, but she's especially weak, like a troll is. So she has to be a little bit careful. Nothing the Goblin Warriors can't take care of, though. As they will keep killing that. Also, I believe Shelob has AoE attack, if I'm not mistaken. She might not, but I think she does. Also, it's just a big fucking spider. Who's not scared of a big spider? Yeah, she does indeed. There's two kills right there. 2 birds with 1 stone. It looks like he missed a bit of an attack here on the base of ArCh4Ng3L, perhaps. His archer range is on fire, and his level 3 farm there. Casper is keeping up the pressure, though. He's bringing forth the legions of goblins, led by the Brood Mother herself. Being besieged by Shelob. Alright, we got Boromir on the field for ArCh4Ng3L. He is level 1, though, so he's not going to be too... Well, he's still going to be useful. Let me say that. Boromir is always useful. But of course, we all know Boromir is very useful for his level 3 Raging Strap-On. Stun enemies with his Raging Strap-On. The Horn of Gondor. So yeah, it'll be good. Of course, he gets leadership when he levels up as well, which is incredibly useful, as always. Looks like ArCh4Ng3L's going heavy on the Cav, which is definitely a good call. As you see, it just makes mincemeat out of Goblin Warriors. They don't stand a chance, especially when you got a few battalions on them. Not against Half-Troll Marauders so much, though. You see the Half-Trolls are tearing them a new one there. Oh crap, they actually killed a lot of Rohirrim in that little attack with just that 1 battalion. Although they are half dead, I wonder if that's from the Rohirrim. Not from being trampled, of course, because you can't trample Half-Trolls. They're too big. Which is a good thing and a bad thing. More often than not, it's a bad thing, though, because you don't get the return, what is called revenge damage, for the pikemen being trampled by Cav, which is really what does the damage against Cav. When they hit your pikes. So... But at the same time, they don't get trampled by Cav, and they can just hold their ground against them. And their attacks do a massive amount of damage. So it's good. Shelob, of course, can get to level 6. She gets Poison Stinger, causing damage for 30 seconds. Paralyze the target for heroes for 6 seconds. Border's got to be careful for that. She does have Instill Terror, though, currently. Which the icon looks like it's stripped straight from the chest of Venom from Spider-Man, in my opinion. Just colored a little bit green. Maybe that's just me. But I'm pretty sure that's might be where you got the icon. Oh, maybe not. It's just a spider on a web. Who knows? I don't think Archangel's in any serious danger currently. Although Shelob is getting nice experience. She also has nice trample. Sometimes. Sometimes her trample is not nice. Like, she'd trample a couple units and then slow down and not trample anymore, just walk through the enemy. She does that a lot, I noticed. Which makes her trample pretty garbage. Majority of the time. Looks like we have a defensive Wildman summon here. I wonder if you can decommission these for money. Probably not, but an interesting thought, I guess. He does have his units buffed, though. Spiderlings with War Chant. They're 10% faster. Look at them go. They easily catch Rohirrim. That's crazy. Wow. Well, the Rohirrim will never get away. They're better off standing and fighting there, I think. Actually, maybe not. I think he will be able to get away, because he is regenerating as he goes. And they don't do a terrible good amount of damage to the Rohirrim. He's trying to get back to his base, get them next to the well, and also get the towers from the fortress attacking him. Looks like we have some Rohirrim up here, ruining some goblin lives. Those goblins will never see their fellow goblins again. I don't know if they have children. So I can't use that expression. Oh shit. There's a Balrog summon. But don't worry, Boromir's here just in time. Oh. Ooh, apparently Balrog's Fire Whip has knockback on it. Boromir just barely lived. If he doesn't get him out of there, oh, he's dead. I don't think he saw his Boromir got hit and knocked down. And that is going to set him back a bit. There is the fear from Shelob. And I feel like Archangel's in a lot of trouble. If you look at the mini-map, it's definitely looking like it's in the favor of Casper just from that. A little Shelob now, level 5, almost level 6. Tunnel's also very useful at level 7. She can emerge at any uncharted location. But when she bursts into the ground, she doesn't do damage in 1.9, I think, underneath the enemies like 2.02 does. Or will, I should say. I don't know if it does currently. I think it does. In fact, I'm pretty sure it does, because I use it. But yeah, base of Archangel is pretty toasted. He's got very little left in farms and in production buildings. Well, in fact, he has no production buildings. Balrog has despawned, but not before ruining Otto's day, Archangel. Looks like he's also using the campfire ability here from one of the hobbits to replenish his units, as well as this well down here that he's so sneakily placed away from his base so it doesn't get ruined. He can pull this game back, though. He does have a sizable force still left. So it's not like Casper's just going to walk all over him with what he has currently. I would definitely say not. I think Boromir's back as well. Or maybe another builder. Better builder. Okay. Makes sense. He definitely has some rebuilding to do. Let's check out his economy real quick. He's got 1,100 resources. He also had Earthquake, which looks like he used. If he's on the base, doesn't look like he did much. So I have no idea where that went. He's up to 13. We have 17 up for Archangel. Summon in the Dunedain. Casper does have the Watcher, keep in mind, though. I believe. I think it's ready. Looks like it's ready. So if Archangel clumps his army, he will make him pay for it. And of course that'll be something that Archangel doesn't really have the means to replace that will right now, so he's going to be very cautious. Mainly that right there, that group is his core army, I think. Which is literally just 3 battalions of Gunner archers, I think. And unfortunately for him, not very good against Shelob. At least not while they're shooting. But the fortress towers are taking Shelob down quite quickly. Ooh, there you go. She will get away to live another day. What is it, I think? Ah, there's the evil heal. Infamous 1.9 heal. I'm still on the fence about evil teams having heal in 1.9, but you know, whatever. That's how it is. Nothing's gonna change, so might as well live with it. It's different. I'll give it that. But it's always been a staple that evil teams didn't have heal. Oh, she looks got quite the AoE there. She actually carving her way through there very quickly. Look at that, level 8 already. We might actually see a level 10 Shelob in this game. I've never actually seen Webble and Goblins used other than me using it in a test video or whatever. So I like to see it in a real game. Oh, and there's the Watcher. Oh dear. That is going to ruin Archangel's army. You will get a lot of it out of it there, though. Let's get some level 5 Gondor archers there. A single banner carrier lived out of that, and that will regenerate once it gets out of there, and a few spatterings of troops here and there. Oh, there's snack for ye old Watcher. Shelob is level 9 now. Very cool, very cool. Soon, my precious, soon. His base is looking rather safe. He's got arrow towers popping. He's got the web cocoon on his fort, so he has extra armor health on his fortress. Well, looks like he's discovered the secret sneaky well that Archangel has placed. But Casper now has to face the might of Tom Bombadil, who is not a friendly fellow, as you might want him to be. He's quite aggressive, actually. Those half trolls will probably meet their demise. Well, actually, he's takes multiple hits to kill half trolls, apparently. Oh, she's damn close. There it is, level 10. Come on, use it. Oh, he used Tunnel to get out of there. Very nice. Tunnel's a good ability to get in and out of combat. Where'd he pop up? He immediately brought Shelob right back to the base. That shows the utility of that power. You can literally cross the map as long as you can see the other side, which is pretty cool. So he's going to sit Shelob back here and heal up for a bit, and then probably bring her back when his tunnel ability is off cooldown, perhaps? Maybe not. Guess we'll find out. But yeah, definitely. Archangel's having a bit of trouble defending against this Goblin onslaught. And Casper is throwing quite a bit at him, and he has very little to work with here. As he keeps losing his forces and his buildings. The hobbits of the Shire, they're always ready to throw their lives away. And in they come once again. There goes the fireworks, or whatever the hell it's called. Firecracker? Or that was just the effect for them coming in. Oh, I think he did use the abilities. I can never find the damn specific hobbits I'm looking for. Except for Frodo, because he has the glowing blade, of course. That's one. Yeah, he did use Firecracker. Wait, what? Here, can throw a small firecracker. Effective against movement kills. Social bonus against structures. Interesting. Well, there you go. They're good against movement kill. Who would have guessed? Not I, for certainly. For certainly. That doesn't make sense. For certain. Or just certainly. Makes more sense. Who gives a shit, because this isn't grammar school. Well, Shelob's spazzing out a bit. She looks damn good, though. Terrifying as a giant spider should. I like the web effect it leaves when she walks around. That's a neat effect from 109. There's the Horn of Gondor. Shelob does have the poison stinger though, so she could do some damage. But not this day. Gorkill's out here as well. He's keeping his heroes on hold ground stance, so they have increased armor, but they won't actually auto-acquire things unless they get attacked. Which might be what he's going for there. There's the Worm Summon. That's going to do some damage to the Men of the West forces. Maybe not. 1.9 Worm does have a mind of its own, though, and it will just keep going off and attacking whatever's closest. Unlike 2.02 where you move it around yourself, this one kind of does its own thing. Which could be good or bad anyway. It tends to do what you want, and kind of not. It's fairly effective by the way. It has taken down a level 3 barracks there. Only Gorkill died, unfortunately for him. Still haven't seen Web Mongolian used. I guess it has to have troops, cripples enemy units, spiderwebs, heal Shelob. Better use Web Mongolia, that's all I'm saying. There's a lot of goblins here. It's gonna be pretty much nigh impossible for the Man of the West player to actually go on the offensive at this point. I mean, he's just struggling to even keep a building alive at this point. The only thing he has is really Boromir and this battalion of Gondor archers in the back here. Which is not a whole lot considering what Brooke and Casper can throw at him right now. Oh, he's also got a fire drake as well. Once they come out, well, I don't know if they come out level 10, but it gets a Inferno at level 7 and it's level 10, so maybe it's leveled up already. Also, it's a black one, which is pretty cool. One of the unique 1.9 features is they come with varied colors of different units, like mountain giants, fire drakes, cave trolls, stuff like that. Which is pretty neat. Alright, we might have Boromir's last stand here. He's got a lot of shit on him. Looks like he'll be okay though. Just retreat to the fortress. ArCh4Ng3L does have the House of Healing, which does heal his troops around his fortress. Which is very useful. There's the Fear from Shelob. I want to see what Mongolian use so badly. I don't even remember what it looks like anymore. Also, he doesn't use the Poison Stinger ever, which I'm wondering why. Maybe he's trying to get him low enough and then use it? I mean, I guess he doesn't need to. Maybe he's waiting until he runs. Or maybe he's just not paying attention to Shelob, I don't know. But it looks like Boromir is going to fall here to Shelob. Boom, down he goes. Ah, this would be the perfect time to use Web Mongolia. Ah, he didn't use it. Should have used it, Casper. Should have used it. Could have been good. But he's got plenty of stuff otherwise. Also, he's giving his Goblin Warriors Forged Blades at this point. Which, of course, is going to increase their attack damage. ArCh4Ng3L's putting up a hell of a fight, though. But it's can only fight for so long before another Balrog shows up. That should shut down any resistance, I think. Although there's not much left for the Balrog to kill other than the fortress, to be honest. Not particularly great against fortresses, but there you go. If and the rest of the Goblin army get onto it, then it'll die. And there you go. ArCh4Ng3L's been defeated, and Broken Casper is victorious. Cool. Pretty cool game. Started off pretty well, and then I think Casper got the upper hand quite about midway through, I'd say. And then pretty much ArCh4Ng3L was on the defensive for the rest of the game until he died. So yeah, good Goblin play though. Casper brought his A game there. Definitely tell that. I mean, ArCh4Ng3L's a very good player, so to beat him, I think, yeah, he's got to be pretty good himself, eh? I'd say so. Anyway, well played to both those players, though. I think they did very well, and it was enjoyable to watch. So I hope you guys enjoyed that as well, and I'll see you guys in the next cast of the Rise of the Battle for Miller 2, Patch 1.9. See you all next time.